I've got about 285 members inside of my Skool community, Mindset Skool, and I'm going to show you how I built this thing using a waitlist strategy and how you can do the same thing too. It'll save you a lot of time. It'll save you a lot of headaches, and you don't have to create anything other than a few assets to validate the idea. So I'm going to go into the classroom real quick and show you that I taught this a while back in a workshop, how I built Mindset Skool. I did an actual live workshop for 2 hours, and I gave away this asset here, which is called the Mindset Skool formula. And the part that you want to look at here is the dates. So I'm going to zoom in on this, and I launched this community on April the 1st. Before I move forward with it, I wanted to make sure that people actually wanted it, because I had made so many things that nobody wanted. I made full courses, all types of lead magnets and digital products. I mean, you name it. I was making stuff that nobody ever asked for. So this time I said, I'm not going to repeat that same error because it ends up the same way. So I'm going to use this waitlist strategy, and I'm also going to use Facebook ads, and I'll show you both and how I executed on this. And as you can see here in this document, I sent 5 emails I sent 5 waitlist emails to my list, which about the time was about 1,100 people. And then I sent 4 launch emails. Now my email list is much larger. It's about over 7,000 total. And then I created a landing page here. I'll show you those in a second. I want to also show you the ad that I ran. So here, if we go into the ads library, you could see, you could actually search this Coach Brian O'Leary. You can see all the ads that I've run. I ran this from March 19th to April the 2nd. I spent $6 per day for this one video, which was basically me talking in my house with my iPhone saying, hey, I had this idea and this is what I'm going to cover in this group. And I'll just zoom in on this a little bit so you can see the copy, right? You want to start a business, but something keeps stopping you. Fear of failure, imposter syndrome, overthinking. Like, that was my idea, but I wanted to make sure people actually wanted it. So I had them join the waitlist, and the waitlist is right here. So back to this document that I shared with all my members. So here's the waitlist that I created. It's not valid now because I launched the community, but I created this funnel in Go High Level, and it's a simple YouTube video that is explaining what I'm doing. It's an unlisted YouTube video, and I'm saying, hey, I've got this idea. Before I open it, I want to make sure that you guys want this stuff. And here's what I'm thinking about doing. Before you start a business, you have to stop doing the things that you've been doing, which is overthinking and too much research, thinking you're not good enough and who am I to charge? And then you go pivot to the next idea and you get nothing done. Like, that was my idea. I had been coaching people how to get into business, and we talked about this stuff a lot, but I really needed to put this out front, which was all these things that you're telling yourself are not true. So I created this landing page, and then if they click this button, they signed up for the wait list. So I captured their email, and then they would go to, I'll go back to the Google document here. They would go to this page right here, okay, which was the thank you page. Hey, congrats, you're in. Another video, which basically explained to them, all right, when I get to a certain number of members, 25 confirmed, I'm going to launch the group. Meanwhile, go to YouTube or DM me on Instagram and tell me what your #1 roadblock is. I'm already starting to get ideas as to how they're stuck, because my thought process was, okay, I'm going to validate the idea first because it's a paid group, and then I want to understand what it is that they're challenged with so that I can create the content inside of the Skool community to actually help them. Like, my first course was not created right away. I didn't do that first. I validated the idea first. So this is what happened after that. So then if I go back to the waitlist strategy here, the launch campaign is, once it was done, then on April the 2nd, I sent out the email. I'm like, okay, it's open. Like, come join. And I also did that. I didn't do that on ads. I just did that with the emails. And then I started actually running ads to the group. From day one, I was running Facebook ads to the group. And here's what happened. All right. So 25 people joined the wait list. Not all of them joined. Some unsubscribed. Some of the 25 people who said yes, actually it was about 20. It was about 22. 13 members in April. So out of the 22-ish that joined, that said yes, 13 signed up in April. Then 48 in May. This is all paid from day one. YouTube, I had a YouTube video that did very well, and I added a bunch of people right from YouTube, which is, YouTube is for me is the best strategy to get members into your Skool community. 34 in June, 75 in July. The reason that July was so big is because I upped the price. And I also did that with ads, and I used an email strategy. So that's why so many added in July, because they were trying to save the old rate. 58 in August, again, ads, and I added a free trial. I'm testing a bunch of stuff. And then I had 20 members, 20 mastermind members join. This is my 4-figure one-to-one coaching group. Okay. So instead of using a free group, which you could do, I chose to go paid, low ticket, because I'd already been paid online. If you've never been paid online before, starting free sometimes is a good way to do that. Build your confidence, and then you can get the information you can build your email list using that. And I've made several videos on my channel about how to do that, how to set up your Skool community. This is more on the tactical side of how to validate the idea. Now, if I go back to the group itself, I want to show you what happened. So we're back inside the classroom, okay, inside of Mindset School, which is now up to, just to show you, I'm up to currently at 285 members. And this is the monthly rate. So the monthly rate has increased by a lot since April 1st, right? We're over 9 months in here. So if you go to the Start Here course, this welcome video, which is also a pinned post, I'm hovering over here, you can see April the 1st was when I launched the group. This post is still the welcome to the community post inside the Start Here course. The other thing that's really interesting here is this video right here, 2 of my favorite things. You can see, I'm gonna zoom in here. This is the original video from day 1. So you can look and kind of snoop in here that there wasn't much happening in here. You can't see my face here, but there's only like 1 or 2 members. And the name of the group is Stuck to Started, not even Mindset School. I had no idea where the name was gonna come from. You're not lazy, you're stuck. I mean, it was hideous in here. There was nobody cared. That was the thing, is I didn't spend a lot of time making it perfect. So remember, April 1st, the date. The second thing here is this is the first course I ever made, Mindset Reset. And this came from gathering all the information from polls and one-to-one calls that I did with the group. And here it is right here, April the 16th. So over more than 2 weeks before I launched the group is when I made my first course. And this course is still in the group now, and people still love it. And the reason it performs so well is because everyone told me exactly what it is they were challenged with, and then I just made this course for them. One more thing that I want to share with you here, and I'm just going to blur out the names here. So I'm going to go into the community. Actually, I'm going to go into the classroom here. So if I go into the Build Your School course, I'm going to go into this empty room playbook right here. So I'm going to click this, and this is one of the lessons that I teach inside the course, and you guys can have this right now. So if you want to stop the video and do a screenshot, this is a great about page template that you can use to do exactly what I did with the waitlist strategy, which is, hey, my name is Brian. I'm building something new here. I don't even know what it's going to be in the group, but here's the promise that I'm looking to help people with. And if you're also into this, come join. This is the spot for you. This is who it's not for. Here's what you can expect. You can always change this later. And you only need one image. Okay, here's a group here's a free community that I use, that I have. This is public, and this is all I have. Well, I have this other one here, but you can just simply have one image. We call it a hero image, where you just use a headline to describe what the group is about. That's all you need. You don't really need all these fancy slides and videos and VSLs. You just need to get people to this page and get them to sign up. And you can use the ad strategy and the waitlist strategy. If you have any type of email list, if you have 100 people, you can get signups. Just take the time to validate the idea. The Facebook ads worked really well. I spent about $6 a day, and I sent them to people who were either hit my Instagram account within a certain amount of time or my Facebook account. So I use like a retargeting campaign. If I were going to go back and do it again, I would probably just run it to a colder list. But sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. But that worked really, really well, and it saved me so much time. And there's no way that I envisioned at that time that I was going to have 285 members. I just wanted to validate the idea. So don't try to see the whole path. Just take step number 1, which was, I have this idea. I think it's good. I feel like people want it. But take the extra steps to make sure that people do want it. And that effort was 1,000,000% worth it. All right, go out and build your school.